everybody, welcome to my YouTube. I'm Jen. Today we are going to open up a package from my creative scrapbook for the month of February, and we are going to make something. So first up, they always put this cute little inspirational flyer in the package. It says it's created by Laura Creates, and it has her Instagram. This is just a basic layout suggestion on what you can do with this month's kit. This is the limited edition, I believe is what it's called, kit. So it's not their normal kit, but it is their more limited edition kit. Usually has flowers, things like that. So there's also information on their design team, and how you can view the tutorials and videos created by the design team. And then a little bit of information about your billing and shipping information in case you need to know like the date, anything like that. So that's always included. In addition to that, we have all of the goodies. So let me show you and then we'll create. So first up, I'll show you the very pretty flowers. So this month, the color scheme looks more like burgundies and blues. They usually have a cohesive color scheme. These are a little bit different because they don't have a color scheme, but these are so neutral that they can go with just about anything. So that's very cute. Looks like these little, oh, and those are Prima. Sorry, got my hiccups. These are Prima as well. Some more little neutrals. I love the browns and the beiges. So there are those gorgeous flowers. Looks like we have some embellishments, some mechanicals. So it looks like some widgets, skewers, whatever you want to call it. It's Finnabar. I love Finnabar. Starting to get more and more of their items, but it's also Prima. It looks like they are partnering on these. So you have that. Then you have, looks like we have a Prima stencil. Prima marketing stencil. It's a really cool little design in there. I like it when they include stencils. And then I like that there's a little cutout here so I can actually hang this with my other stencils. It is a thin one, but you don't need to be very thick, especially when you're using texture paste. So there's that. I also like that it says what it is on here, so I don't have to worry about telling you guys in the future when I use them that it's a Prima stencil. So that is good. I will keep that packaging to help me like with the palette. However, these are all ephemera out of this package. I'll show you in a second. And then it looks like we have a Bo Bunny stamp this month. They don't always include stamps, don't always include stencils. It really just depends on what they have available. And it looks like there's some cool little, is it fleur de lurs, whatever it's called. Some flourishes and some frames, so very cute. Flourishes and such. For those of us that can pronounce stuff. And then the ephemera that was included in that little baggie. Definitely goes along with the color scheme. Look at those flowers. Those are like the exact flowers that are on here. It's cute little tags. Little treasures. These are the good old days. The cool thing about these, I don't know if you see that. Let me see if I can get you a close-up. The background isn't just plain white. It's got like a textured look in there. So you absolutely, if you don't want to, you don't have to cut out that background texture, depending on what you're doing, of course. I tend to, but it really just depends. And it looks like it's like that on all of these, so that's nice. Remember. Lots of little tags, traditions, the camera, cage. I'm glad the cage is empty and the birds are on the outside. Little tickets. So that's a lot of fun. Every photo has a story to tell. For those of you that haven't seen my videos, I love my creative scrapbook, but I don't scrapbook with it. I tend to, and I love scrapbooking, but I tend to art journal with it, and I'll show you the art journal here in a second. In addition to that, there's these cards, which are great for card making, if you're a card maker. And these are double-sided, so I will show you the other side in a second. This one, since it's probably too small for you to read, says, "In between goals is a thing called life that has to be lived and enjoyed." Whatever you are, be a good one. Abraham Lincoln said that. Turn the page. And then on the other side, we have some solids, some scripts. Looks like they were all facing the correct way. Some more textures on the back. And then we've got the gorgeous papers. Looks like this month the papers are by Electric Charm, called Picturesque. I love the texture and the embellishments that they put on their papers. They are double-sided. Oh, this one came out too. Sorry about that. It's a couple more of the ephemera out of that little package that came out. No big deal. I'll show you the other side in a second. Sometimes they give you 2 of each, or 2 of some, I should say. I don't think that's the case this time, but there are lots of papers in here, lots of options. And this is the other side. See the texture in that? These you could always cut out and use as tags if you didn't want to use them as a background or by them as a whole. So there you have it. That was my Creative Scrapbook limited edition kit for the month of February. Let me show you real quick my art journal or book journal, whatever you want to call it, that I actually put these in. So this is actually a 3-ring binder. It was my Passporter Disney planning back when I used to go to Disney all the time before I moved there. It's covered in gesso right now. I'm definitely going to cover the book. One of these kits, whenever I get the inspiration, I will use it for the cover instead of for a page. This month I think we're going to make a page. Let me show you the pages I currently have. I started, looks like this one was probably November when I started this book. Look at the gold on this. I do have a tag in here, but I never actually did the tag. So there's that. It's just an empty tag. So I'll probably take that out. But it's front and back, and there's a little slit in it only because the paper has a little slit in it. I'll show you in a second. So this was one kit. This was one kit. I love the gorgeous flowers. You can see that they always have like a different color scheme. And then this is a kit. This one I did front and back. Oops, sorry, I didn't realize. I'll start that over. So this was the first one. This was the second one. And then there's this one. It says, of all of the paths you take in life, make sure if you are less traveled. And then beautiful flower butterflies. The reason I picked this 3-ring binder is that I could do more of the dimensional. Of course, I realize I can't do all of the dimensional every month. Otherwise, I'd never be able to close this book. So this one I did front and back, as well as a tag. I was inspired with this one, with this kit. This is just one piece of paper. Their papers are gorgeous. I love the gold touches. This says, "Let's make today beautiful." So there is that tag. That was all 1 month. And then I have 2 for this next month as well, but no tag. So there's this gorgeous one. And then the back. And I didn't do a tag in this one, but someday I might. So here's what we're going to do next. This is actually the papers that came in it. And you can tell I've used this book, so it was definitely used. It's not going to waste. It was our trip back, looks like Epcot, on December 10th, 2011. So that's how long I've had this. But see how there's this little slit right here. That's why you saw that on the first page. And there's also a little pocket here if I ever wanted to put a pocket in it. I tend to cover that up each time. So I'm going to play some music. Sit back, relax, and watch me create. Definitely create with me if you get this kit. If you don't get this kit, take out your stuff, create something. Hopefully this will inspire you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And of course, as always, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm so close to 500 subscribers. I could really use the support. Thanks for watching. Time to create.